Hi, Alex Joyner here, and this is Ash Wednesday. This is the midweek update for First United Methodist Church. If you're wondering what Ash Wednesday is all about, it's the beginning of the season of Lent, that 40 days before Easter. And it is a day for us to remember our limits, to remember that we are mortal, and that is good news because it means that we are dependent on the grace and love of God which surrounds us. So if you are seeing this before Wednesday evening, March the 2nd, want to remind you that we have a service tonight from 5 to 7, and you can drop in for as long or as little of that period as you'd like. We'll have the imposition of ashes available. And in the meantime, some excellent music and readings going on here in the sanctuary. So I invite you to come and be a part of that service. Last Sunday, I talked about that painting up on the wall and what it meant. And I forgot to mention that we have a great resource for understanding that painting called of the Transfiguration. It was written by a former pastor of First Church, Alpheus Potts, back in the 1970s. But if you'd like to know more about the painting, interpretation of it, the history of it, ask me about it. We'll make sure you can get a copy so you can see more of where that story came from. There's some great side stories that people have been telling me as well. I forgot to mention that there are two figures in the left-hand top corner of that painting that are not part of the biblical story. They were patrons that Raphael painted into the painting, and there's a great story about First Church's rendition of that. Remind me to tell you. If not, you'll hear me talk about it next year, hopefully. Wanted to let you know that our Healthy Church team, which is now known as the PRG, the Post-COVID Recovery Group, has been meeting. The CDC came out with a new tool for us last week to use in determining community risk levels with regard to the pandemic. The good news is that most of the country is seeing a marked decline in those levels, and we're seeing that here as well, but we are still in that high range, so we are not ready quite yet to make the change in our safety protocols, but as soon as that local level drops below high, then the PRG will meet again to consider some relaxed protocols, and I know we're all looking forward to that day. So the one thing that we have changed in the meantime is that we have discontinued the need to sign in to the building when you come in for worship. And so that will be one change you'll notice immediately. Many more things for you in the midweek update. We've got so many things that are going on. We're settling 2 new families in our refugee resettlement program and many other things. So please take the time to take a look at those. And to conclude today, we've got Lindy Tassel, who led the musical offering on Sunday, and the song Beautiful Things. Hope to see you soon, whether it's tonight at Ash Wednesday services, on Sunday at 10 o'clock, or some other time. I love the whole city, love the city whole, starting right here. Take care. God bless.
Alex reminds me that we worship a God who can take our imperfect gifts and our broken pieces and make peace and make beautiful things. And I would like for you to join me this morning in making beautiful things. So sit up straight because there's a bridge that comes toward the end of this song. Can I have G? It goes like this. You make me new, you are making me new. Will you sing it with me? You make me new, you are making me new. Okay, so when I get to that part, will you start singing it with me? And then when I stop singing that and sing something else, will you keep singing it, please? Okay. I have faith in you. You can do this. All pain. I wonder if I'll ever find day. I wonder if my life could really change at all. All this earth, could all that is lost ever be found? Could a garden come up from this ground at all? You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of us. All around, hope is springing up from this old ground. Out of chaos, life is being found in you. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of us. Oh, you make beautiful